Don't know. I wanted to hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get myself together. Make sure y'all can hear me okay, because I'm not on my usual apparatuses to do the planetary forecast. I wanted to hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get myself together. Make sure y'all can hear me okay. Oh, okay. So I guess y'all can hear me. All right. As long as you can hear me, that's all that matters to me. But peace, y'all. Welcome to the planetary forecast for July 25th to August 1st. Very excited about this. I'm in my backyard today. I've been dealing with some technical difficulties in the studio realm with that computer and all those different things. So cross your fingers for me that we get those things resolved. But in the meantime, we outside, y'all. I'm very excited to be here. We got some more retrogrades coming. We got a lot of our meteor showers are reaching their peaks this week. It's just a great day. Today was a really great day. I was very tired today. That's how I know it was a great day. Because for those of you guys who are earth energies like me, y'all know that when things of the cosmos is getting real heavy, that's when we get real heavy and we go to fuck to sleep. So um let's talk about it. We can talk about it. So Monday was July 25th. Not too much was going on in the cosmos aside from our regular schmegler, our retrogrades that was a popping, and our regular meteor showers were in our regular, and everything was regular. We started with the sun rising at 5:52, and then the sun set at 8:21. I remember last week we were talking about how we were losing like 11 minutes, I believe. This week we are losing. We go from 5:52 to 5:58, so that's about 6 minutes. Come on, Grass, you tickling me and shit. That's 6 minutes, and then we be setting from 8:21 to 8:12. So what is that? Like 9 minutes? Damn. 6 and 9, that's another 15 minutes. Damn, we lose another 15 minutes this week, y'all. The sun is leaving. It's gonna be dark in no time. Anyway, so nothing really happened on Monday except for the regular schmeckler. We were in our waning crescent moon, decluttering and cleansing and preparing ourselves for the new moon that's a coming. July 26th, which was yesterday, Tuesday, we were in our Wand and Crescent Moon, still cleansing and things. And this time we were in our Cancer energy because Monday we were in Gemini. We was out and about and everywhere. On Tuesday, it was more like inward energy going on, tapping in the spirit, meditation, intuition, all that fun stuff. The sun rose and then it set. Juno was stationary yesterday about 2:43 in the morning, and now Juno is now in retrograde to align with the eclectic group of planetary bodies that's in retrograde. For those of you guys who don't know what retrograde really is the planet is moving so slow that in relation to the movement of the rest of the celestial bodies out here, it appears to be moving backwards, but that's not entirely the case. Ashe. Juno is the energy of wisdom and talents and all those fun things. So, you know, just being able to slow down in your wisdom and how you defend yourself and how you defend your arts. And just to remind you guys that Juno is in Pisces, that energy of spirit and duality in the eighth house of transformation and stepping into power. So that's really fun. But yeah, Juno is a asteroid. It's about insight and wounds and learning how to deal with those things, loyalty, attachment. What do you need in a relationship, marriage, or bonds? Which is really, really beautiful because for those of you who do not know, me and Raquel, which is Preneur Starseed, podcast creator and runner, we are creating a podcast together on Saturdays at 5 p.m. And the main theme of this podcast is talking about bonds. So it's a beautiful divine alignment to, start talking about bonds in the season of Juno going in retrograde, and Juno is all about bonds. So in the spirit of this season, slow down. Slow down before you enter relationships, before you enter partnerships, before you enter contracts. Just slow down, tap into your wisdom, tap into, what's the scales looking like in this partnership? What's the scales looking like in this contract? Things like that. All that stuff matters. it matters. It's better to do it now before you enter the contract than to do it later after you've entered it and now you're enduring all this stuff and now you're being reactive to all the stuff you're enduring, right? We don't want to do that. So, you have Pallas going in retrograde, and that's fun. I mean, not Pallas, Juno. Juno is going in retrograde, and that's fun. And that was yesterday. And then the moon and Teja posterior were in conjunction yesterday at 12:26 a.m. The moon was 3.6 degrees north. The minimal angle was at 12:12 a.m. That was observable at 4:22 a.m. yesterday, with a 4.5 north-northeast separation between the moon and Teja posterior. And for those of you guys who don't know, Teja posterior is a star in the Cancer constellation. It actually is a part of the it gives off the energy of Mercury and Venus. I'm sorry, Teja posterior is part of the Gemini constellation, because even though the moon is in Cancer zodiac, it is still in the Gemini constellation. Yes, there's a difference. That's what the difference between the tropical and the sidereal chart is. There's a difference by 23 degrees, which is called the Anamasa. Okay, so when you get into your sidereal versus your tropical chart, essentially, if you want to just do the math, you could just subtract 23 degrees away from the degree placement that your planet is in the tropical chart, and that'll give you your Vedic or your sidereal, and that's fun. But yeah, Teja posterior gives off the energy of Mercury and Venus, which is like that community, definitely manifesting, bringing things into the material, self-esteem, pleasure seeking, and just speaking, all those things into existence. It's a good time to utilize your vocal cords to bring things into existence at that time, which was yesterday. The best visibility of the earth shine on the moon was yesterday as well. So you might have seen like a nice little orb that made the moon look full, but it wasn't really entirely full. What else? The moon and Venus were at minimum angle yesterday at 7:18 a.m. The moon was 3.9 degrees north. That was observable at 5:18 a.m. with a 4-degree north-northwest conjunction at 9:25 a.m. So, both of those energies being in the same zodiac energy, they're both sitting in Cancer energy. Um, the moon is like your feminine, your internal stuff. Who are you at your comfort self, right? And Venus is all about manifesting, pleasure seeking, and stuff like that. And when we're at our comfort self, it's really easy to tap into like pleasure seeking and be comfortable enough to go after the things that you want in your comfort self. So, that makes sense. And you may have been, on your way to do that. Like, I just want to do what I want to do today. I'm not really trying to do what other people want to do today. And you felt that on the inside, even if you didn't show it on the outside. A lot of you guys spend a lot of time doing what other people want to do. Yesterday was kind of like all about you, and that's okay because you was tapping in spirit and being nurturing to yourself while doing it, and that's really dope. Venus was a little busy yesterday, out here touching everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then the moon was also the furthest distance from Earth at 6:09 a.m. That Cancer energy is like on the other side. July 27th, which is today, we are still in that waning crescent moon, cleansing, decluttering, getting rid of mess, getting rid of all the extra stuff in your space that does not serve you, people, places, and things, all that fun stuff. All that's really important to do, and make a habit of doing it when you feel like it's been a while since you've done it. Like it's important. It's definitely important. Um, and that's still sitting in Cancer. So, those moments where you're not really going inward enough, you're not really speaking to spirit, but what spirit already wants you to let go of. So if you go against the cosmos and you don't go tap into these nurturing spaces and stuff, you're going to need it for reactive shit instead of being proactive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one thing to like tap in as far as like having like a nurturing space and be like, oh, this is the nurturing space, and you're doing it on your own time, in your own way, under your own premise and all that stuff like that. But if you wait spirit to make those decisions for you, you're going to get tapped on your hands. Like it happens a lot. It happens a lot, and it happens very often. I definitely got my ass tapped a couple times. I live to tell the tales. um The moon and Castor in conjunction at 8:15 a.m. Moon was 6 degrees south of Castor, and then the moon and Pollux were in conjunction at 3:21 p.m. with the moon 2.6 degrees south. Minimal angle occurred at 1:21 p.m. with the moon 2.5 degrees south southwest, and you could have observed that at 5:11 a.m. with a 4.4 west southwest separation. So even though, like I said, even though the moon is in Cancer, zodiac is still in Gemini constellation. Okay, so the moon is still sitting up around Gemini stars. For those of you guys who don't know the story of Castor and Pollux, Castor and Pollux are actually the Gemini twins. Pollux is the immortal twin, and Castor was the mortal twin. They used to travel around space to space and challenge people to duels and stuff. So if you ask certain people, they will say, "Oh my God, these people were valiant warriors and they were so brave and they were doing this really dope shit." But then if you ask other people, they be like, "Bro, these niggas was bullies and they were just riding around fighting people. Like nobody called for them, nobody sent for them. Like who asked for you to come here and do this shit? Like it's weird." So that's where that whole like having multiple personalities, because you see that the multiple point of view off the same action. One, two, they're twins, so it's like multiple point of views within, and then you remember twins share the same womb. Also being mortal, immortal is a duality. Being tapped into your human and your God self. You know, that's where a lot of those different facets of Gemini energy come in. This little blade of grass right here keep filling me up, and like, come on now, move over. Oh, that's because you rolled in my pants. You was in my pants. That's why. You like, sis, get out my pocket. Thank you. Anyway. But yeah, that's the energy of the Gemini twins. That's where the multifacets come from and the multiple personalities. Also where the loyalty and the attachment comes from, because Castor passed away and Pollux went to his father. I would believe his father was Zeus. Zeus was out here having babies with everybody. Um, but it went to Zeus and was like, "Yo, I don't want to be without my brother, so can you put me in the stars with him?" And so that's where that loyalty, that energy of I don't want to go by myself, do by myself. I don't want to be without you. Them toxic Gemini exes, all that stuff come from. I love Geminis. I love Gemini energy. I have had Geminis in my previous life. Um, I had to call the cops to get rid of them. I had to call my dad. Just crazy, interesting experiences with Gemini energy. They definitely they're definitely an adventure. If nothing else, they're an adventure, and I love them. I love my Gemini energy. But yeah, that's what the moon is doing. Um, and then tomorrow, Leo vibes on the moon, y'all. Gang, gang. I'm a Leo rising, so I've been feeling the shadow of the Leo moon and the Leo sun being together for a minute now. And the sun is already in Leo. The sun entered Leo last week, so you know, um, having the sun and the moon in the same energy, and both of them are in the cardinal Leo energy. So it's like, you're walking into the Leo space. We early on the Leo, so think about fire when you first see it. It's still kind of small and it's cute and it's warm. Like we lighting candles and shit. This what's up. Like we getting what we need done. Um, for those of you who are already fire energies, you may feel yourself being fired up even more than usual right now. Be mindful, be careful, please, with all this fire energy. I'm a fire rising, so I already know. If you have any air energy, your air energy will most definitely be invoked and provoked. My Mars is in Gemini, so tapping into my Mars energy, and that fire energy can trigger my Mars, and shit can get real slick and real serious real quick. So making decisions to walk away from people, places, and things that do not serve me and are causing me stress. And I highly advise my fire and air energies to do the same. My water babies, y'all be careful out there. Somebody gonna make you cry. Just breathe. Don't get too fired up. We know you tough. You don't gotta cry and ball your fists up. We got you. We got you, babies. All my Earth babies, y'all stubborn. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all just be out here sleeping, eating anyway. But be mindful of your temper, especially if you have a fire rising like mine around a bunch of Earth energy. Your ego does not have to be rooted in fire for you for you to feel this somewhere in your chart. As long as you have a placement of any type of element in your chart, you will be affected by the sun in Leo and the moon in Leo. All right. Tomorrow is also the new moon. So according to the Sumerian calendar, we are walking into a new month. Gang, gang. Happy new month. That's always exciting. In addition to that, the sun will be rising at 5:54 a.m. and setting at 8:17 p.m. The new moon will rise at 1:56 p.m. So if you guys want to be outside and grounding yourself for that, the moon will be between the sun and the earth. I will be like a few minutes from getting off of work. I get off of work at 2, so maybe if I can like sneak outside like a little bit before, that'll be lit. Pisces Austrians, they're gonna reach their maximum activity tomorrow. If you guys don't hear it, this meteor shower, these comments are coming from the Pisces constellation. So you have the Pisces constellation raining down on us, helping you guys tap into that duality, tap into spirit. Um, I would say, my solution to everything is go outside barefoot. Just go outside barefoot. And if you're growing your food, tomorrow will be a really good time to eat something water based out of your garden, definitely because of the Pisces, meteor shower popping on the soil. Um, and they usually go five meteors per hour. You don't really see them because they don't move so much. But if you do catch them, now be fly. So let me know, because now that you know how like when you talk about stuff, you start to attract it. So now because I'm talking about meteor showers all the time now and stuff, I see them now. I never used to, like, I won't say never because I used to catch them sometimes, but I didn't used to see them as much as I see them now, and that's really cool. I like that. So now I'm starting to attract like the meteor showers, and that's fun. Okay, that's okay. They didn't have them. They don't never have nothing here. You got water? Isn't that what you left for? Um, the moon and Persepi will be in conjunction tomorrow as well at 5:01 p.m. The moon will be 3.2 degrees north. Minimum angle will occur at 7:24 p.m. and the moon will be 3 degrees north northeast. For those of you guys who don't know, Persepi is actually part of the Cancer constellation. So, like I told y'all before, just because we're in the Leo zodiac, we're still in Cancer constellation. That's the difference between the sidereal and the tropical. Okay, and Persepi is a part of the head of the crab. It actually rules the right eye on your physical self. It gives off the energy of Mars and the moon. So it's like going inward and being your most comfortable self, tapping into that internal, introverted energy. At the same token, being motivated by that internal energy and still producing, um, also putting your triggers on your sleeve and being comfortable enough to channel and speak to those triggers and stuff like that. All of that stuff is happening in the combination of that star. In addition to that, it also is the energy of disease and disgrace. So be mindful for those of you guys who are trying to take care of your health. Definitely, make tomorrow an exercise day. Most definitely, because tomorrow's a new moon. Definitely make tomorrow an exercise day or something. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get up early. I always tell that a lot to myself. I'm gonna get up early tomorrow. Nah, I'll probably do it late at night, or I'll probably do it tonight at like midnight. Don't be get up early. But that's what's happening tomorrow. So gang to the new Leo moon. Going to get your cleansing. New moon is the time of rest and reset. Getting yourself together in order for the next phase and whatever projects you're working on, or starting a new project. But it's definitely a time to rest and going inward and resetting yourself, and that's always fun. Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, Friday, right? The 29th is Friday, July 29th. We're in a waxing crescent moon. So now the moon is going to start to reappear. So now we're going to start building back on. We've done decluttered and removed things from our time, space, and energy. Now we're going to start building things back onto our time, space, and energy. And we're going to be tapped in our Leo energy while we do it. So tap into your creativity, your childlike self. I keep telling y'all that all the time. Go to the people that know you well when you were a child. Know your heart, know your temperament, know how you spoke, how you listened, etc., etc. It's good to go back to that person, especially when dealing with nature and nurturing and things like that. I find that important. Also going back to like Bible scriptures, because it seems like the Bible been like the theme lately. It's like going back to the Bible scriptures. It talks about like you have to have like the heart and the energy of a child to thoroughly enjoy the kingdom. And that is so right, because I definitely be out here like a big ass kid, like, oh, look at that spider, look at this blade of grass, look at that flower, that's crazy. So yes, it's definitely valid, and it's a good validity at that. I approve. um but yeah, on Friday, oh Jesus, Stop burning my blanket. It's burning my blanket. It's determined to burn my blanket. It's like, nah, bitch, you gonna get this hole. And I got the hole. Whatever. I'm not attached. Whatever. So also on Friday, Jupiter will be stationary at 7:05 a.m. and then it'll begin its retrograde. Oh, they didn't have gallons of water. I hate it here. It's so ghetto here. Um, Jupiter is stationary at 7:05 a.m. and then the retrograde begins, and that's really exciting because we have yet another celestial body in retrograde in the end of this week. Because I believe we have one more retrograde coming up. I'll go over the list of bodies that we have in retrograde by the end of this week. We have quite a number. Um, but like I said, the ideal that something is going in retrograde is basically a planet is moving so slow and in relation to how fast we're moving in our different directions that it appears to be moving backwards. And really it's just a symbol that it's time to slow down in this space and time. And just to remind you guys that Jupiter is in Aries in the 8th house, so you have that the 8th house is dealing with a lot of retrogrades, that Scorpio transformation energy. A lot of you guys are getting opportunities to slow down on your transformations, to slow down with stepping in your power. Please take advantage of that. Don't think that the bus or the boat, you missed it because you didn't. It's slowing down for you to catch it. So this is the moment where people usually throw their hands up in the air and they say, I give up, but they were literally like 80% there. Don't be that person. Keep going. The cosmos are slowing down for you to catch up. All right. So Jupiter is in Aries in the 8th house of new beginnings, bringing the new traditions and stuff like that, bringing new beginnings to that space and place. And that's very exciting. It's very exciting that we get to slow down in that space and place. Go ahead and tap into your fortune and stuff like that. My Jupiter personally is in Leo. It's like I'm a Leo rising. So get ready for the goddess because I ain't playing with none of y'all. It's like, nah. The moon south pole is tipped into view on this day as well. The moon and Mercury will be in conjunction at 6:46 p.m. with the moon 2.9 degrees north. The minimal angle will occur at 9:14 p.m. The moon will be 2.6 degrees northeast. So, again, that feminine self, you going inward to your most comfortable self, tapped into spirit, your introverted self, etc., etc., being in alliance with that communication, how you express yourself. And it's not just talking, it's also writing, how you absorb communication, how you teach, how you learn, your decision-making mind, all of that stuff is, Mercury energy. So going inward, tapping into the decisions that you're making in your present, the decisions you made in your past, as you build back onto yourself, in alliance with this moon that's building back onto itself. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. There will be the PM visibility of the moon will also begin on Friday as well, so you'll start to see the moon at night again. July 30th, which is Saturday, now we're in the waxing crescent moon still at 3%. We are moving into the Virgo zodiac, but be mindful we're still in the Leo constellation. So now, you're getting into the mindset of organizing, tapping into your health, wellness, and daily routine, okay? Tapping into your analytical skills, being of service, right? But still in your heart set, you're still tapped into your inner child, okay? You're still tapped into your creativity, all right? You can be in both places at the same time, just like the moon is in both places at the same time. The sunrise will be at 5:55 a.m., so that's pretty dope. So if you guys catch that 5:55 a.m., you call it the sunrise. The sun will be setting at 8:15 p.m. The moon and Regulus will be in conjunction at 9:43 a.m. The moon will be 4.5 degrees north. Minimal angle will occur at 4:37 p.m. The moon is 4 degrees northeast, and Regulus is actually the star in the Leo constellation. It's the brightest object in the Leo constellation. It's actually 4 stars put together. It's 2 pairs of 2, and it's seen as like the brightest thing in that constellation because it's 4 stars and 2. And that just brings on the energy of unity. 4 is a number of stability. Then you have unity. And then if you have an obsessive energy, like maybe your Pluto's in Leo or something like that, you could find yourself being over attached or over obsessed by certain things. So be mindful of that. If you have any type of fire energy in your Pluto chart or your Mars area, just be mindful of those obsessions and fixations coming out because of, the moon being near those 4 stars. Because that's exactly what it'll invoke. Delta Aquarius will reach their max activity, which would be 16 an hour, and then Alpha Capricorns will reach their max activity at 5 an hour. So both of these meteor showers, Delta Aquarius is of course from the Aquarius constellation, so tapping into that social rebellious energy, that revolutionary energy. You might have some really dope ideas or be tapped in at an event that's centered around revolutionary ideas. Definitely a good time to align with tribe and start building, start speaking on things, because that's in alliance with Capricornids, which is that energy all about manifestation, right? Manifesting, being of leadership, that's that cardinal earth energy. So that's like initiating the manifestation. All right. So Saturday is definitely a really dope time to be with tribe. Go outside barefoot, ground yourself in these meteor showers, and let them rain on you. Like, Saturday is a really good day. Um, the sunlight will be reflected from the earth to the dark side of the moon. So the moon will give off the appearance that it may be full, but you're really seeing the earth shining on the moon, which is giving it like a blue orb, which is going to be really nice that evening. You're going to see an evening visibility of Juno. For those of you who don't know, Juno is an energy rooted in the arts of wisdom and protection and things like that. So to be able to see the celestial body at night is like being able to tap into that EMF on a physical level of feeling protected, tapping into your talent in the arts and self-defense and things like that. Start protecting yourself in the night. All my light bearers out there, it's time for y'all to start coming out, tap into the Juno energy, find out where your Juno is in your chart. And then there's an evening of visibility of the Aquarius constellation too. So, just being rebellion is the vibe on Saturday. Something gonna happen on Saturday. Y'all gonna do some nut shit, and I can't wait to watch it on the news. It is a very strong Aquarius energy raining down from the meteor showers, and now we're going to start to see the constellation in the evening. Yes, definitely tapped into that energy, definitely tapped into that vibes of being, a revolutionary, being rebellious, and also caring. Aquarius energy is a very, very caring energy. It gives people, places, and things life on a whole nother level. Okay. um then July 31st, which is Sunday, we have the waxing crescent moon still building on the moon. We're still in that Virgo zodiac, still in Leo constellation. However, the sunrise will be at 5:56 a.m. and the sun will be setting at 8:14 p.m. And then Deneb al-Jeldi will be opposite the sun at 3:52 a.m. For those of you guys who don't know, Deneb al-Jeldi is a star in the Capricorn constellation. It's actually a part of the tail of the goat, and it brings on the energy of happiness. It has the combined EMF of like Saturn and Jupiter. So while it has the energy of structure and, we call them challenges and fears, but they're really like life lessons that bring on more structure and self-discipline and stuff like that. And then also creating traditions and being tapped into your fortune and your luck with that by accomplishing those challenges and stuff. You may feel yourself giving off of a conservative energy, might not want to talk too much on that day or give your energy to everyone on that day. I have realized I pay attention to the days I choose to wear my head wraps and what days I choose to like go all out or dress my hair up. And it's very much aligned with the cosmos, and I was not even paying attention. A lot of times when the cosmos are in Capricorn or Virgo, some type of conservative type energy, I'll be wearing a head wrap. And I think that's really cool. Today I feel out and about today. I actually just didn't feel like doing anything today. I did comb my hair out though, so that's fun. I combed my fro, which does not happen often. I be letting that joint shrivel. And it still is shrinkage. That's the crazy part. But whatever. Anyway, so August 1st, which is Monday, last but most certainly not least, we are still in the waxing crescent moon. This time we're at 14%. The moon will rise at 9:35 a.m. It'll be setting at 10:33 p.m. and we'll be in the Libra zodiac, but be mindful because we'll still be in the Virgo constellation. Being in the Libra zodiac with your mindset, with the moon and stuff, just being mentally about creating balance and fairness in your relationships. Some of you guys might be tapped into the Roman antics of that Libra energy and wanting to, invest in a one-on-one relationship. Pursue, go on and shoot your shot. Monday is the day for it. You heard me? Um, Oh, cool. You're a Libra moon bet. The moon will be in Libra zodiac on August 1st. Oh, that's Monday. And then probably by like Tuesday or Wednesday, the moon will be in Libra constellation and zodiac at the same time for a brief moment before it moves to a different space. Um, The sun will rise at 5:58 a.m. instead of 8:12 p.m. Mars and Uranus will have a minimal angle at 8:17 p.m. Mars will be 1.3 degrees south southeast, and you'll be able to observe that at 12:57 a.m. And for those of you guys who don't know, Mars and Uranus are both sitting up in that Taurus ninth house energy, that energy of, self-esteem, pleasure seeking, just going after the things you want, and definitely manifestation. However, it can also be fixated and stubborn. um, so just be mindful of that for all my earth babies out here that's tapped into the heavy earth energy like myself. I'm a Virgo stellium and I'm a Capricorn stellium. So when there's like earth energy about me, it just makes me like harden even more. Like I'm just um but them two come together. It's like your motivation and that progressive energy. So the things that you are motivated to create, let them be progressive. Let them create progressive change in your space, people, time, and places. And that's how we start in a Monday, being progressive. Capricornus, which is the constellation, will be opposite the sun on Monday as well. It'll be very visible, and that's going to be fun. Capricornus, for the meteor from Capricornus will is raining down on tomorrow. Tomorrow's what's tomorrow? 29th? Not tomorrow. Friday is a really dope day. Tomorrow's a really dope day too, but Friday is definitely a dope day. Um, and then the moon and Parima will be in conjunction at 8:48 p.m. The moon will be zero point 0.6 degrees south. Minimum angle will occur at 7:58 p.m. with the moon 0.5 degrees southwest, and you'll be able to observe that at 9:08 p.m. And so, for those of you guys who don't know, Parima is actually the star in the Virgo constellation. Because, like I told you, just because we're in the Libra zodiac does not mean we're in the Libra constellation. Two different zones, two different charts. But Parima is actually the star in the Virgo constellation. Excuse me. It's not a good time to travel. It gives off the energy of Mercury and Venus. So it's pleasure seeking and communication, decision making mind in that pleasure seeking. So y'all be careful on my love bugs out there that like to be touched and like to do the touching. You might be like overindulging around this time, but I want you to be mindful not to do that. Unless you want some babies. But that is the planetary forecast for the week. Just to let y'all know, here are the planets that we have in retrograde this week. We got Jupiter. Hold on. Let me read this. Oh, we got Jupiter that will be in retrograde in Aries in the eighth house ruled by Pisces. Ashe. We got Saturn in retrograde in Aquarius, sixth house ruled by Capricorn. Ashe. We got Neptune in retrograde and Pisces in the eighth house ruled by Pisces. Neptune is real spicy, y'all. Spirit is working. All of y'all getting y'all downloads. A lot of y'all are awakening. A lot of you guys are changing how you eat. Fasting is beautiful. Communicating with tribe, learning and growing together. All that is very, very important and very beautiful. It's so beautiful to see y'all so aligned. Pluto is also in retrograde in Capricorn in the fifth house, causing transformation in your heart chakra, transformation in the manifestation and the infrastructure of that fifth house energy, which is Leo, tapped into the heart chakra, your inner child, and your, creativity and things like that. True Node is also in retrograde in Taurus in the 10th house, okay? It's time to slow down, tap back into your pleasure-seeking centers, slow down with your pleasure-seeking centers, okay? Because and just it's not all your pleasure. So you know what's good for you and what's not good for you. You know what's a guilty pleasure and what's a productive pleasure. So, you being able to decipher and discern, you can hear what you need to hear. The ascendant is also in retrograde in Aries in the ninth house, slowing down with them new beginnings, also expanding your mind on philosophy. Shouts to my travelers out there that's tapped in. Chiron is in retrograde in Aries in the eighth house. Turning your trauma into your superpowers. Learning to utilize your wounds as armor is a beautiful transformation. It's going to bring transformation, new beginnings to you. That's that Aries eighth house energy. And Spirit is going to help you do that because Pisces is rolling over the eighth house right now, okay? It's okay to talk about your trauma. It doesn't make you a victim. It doesn't mean that you're whining. It doesn't mean that you're complaining. It doesn't mean that you're ungrateful. It doesn't mean that you're small. It doesn't mean that you're still victimizing yourself. It doesn't mean that you haven't gotten over it. It doesn't mean any of those things. It's empowering to talk about your trauma. And that's why when you talk about it, it be so much resistance to quiet you up, because they know the power you're creating when you start speaking about those things from an empowered, place. Okay. I speak personally. I've been physically and sexually abused. I've sexually abused myself in situations because I didn't know what to do. It got me to a point where I would just have sex with men because I just want them to get out my face. I didn't want them to lay hands on me, so give them what they want. Different things like that, and then learning how to heal from different things like that and speak about things like that without feeling nasty or dusty, without feeling small or low or less than. All that stuff, it all matters. So shouts to y'all that are turning your traumas into superpowers. Is very important. Juno is also in retrograde, and Pisces in the eighth house. Pisces, eighth house, Aries energy, all that retrograde energy in that space. Listen, spirit is working in your favor and creating new beginnings. Spirit is working in your favor and creating transformation. Spirit has the doors open to those that it's time for them to ascend so they can create new beginnings in other planes that is needed in. And it's okay. I wish I would have brought my circle 7 out here. I'd read it to y'all real quick and remind y'all how selfish it is to beg for those who pass over to come back, because that's not their place. Their place is to fight the battle on the other side, not to keep coming back listening to you and keep dealing with earthly problems that are now officially beneath them. You understand me? So the doors is open for those whose time is to ascend, and they will ascend, and spirit is ready for them. And just make sure you light some candles so they can see on their path away. Ashe. Vesta is also in retrograde. Vesta is your inner nun. This is the energy, how you're utilizing your energy when you're not engaging in actual sexual activity. A lot of you guys have been, tapped into semen retention and, abstinence and celibacy, and that's beautiful. I have not. I do it when I have to. I do my intermittent fasting. I do fasting when I feel like it, when I feel like I need to. When I have a reading, I won't have sex. When I'm doing readings for other people and stuff like that, I know when not to do it, to where like I don't have to be like, oh, I'm celebrating about that and not have sex with. I'm not finna do that to myself, because it doesn't do well for my energy to do that to myself. But I say more power to those who do it. Kudos to y'all. Some of you guys need to do it. Some of you guys have to do it. Some of you guys, it's in your journey to experience it. And it's beautiful to see like such an eclectic, group of individuals utilize their energy in different ways. For those of you guys who are engaging in that, tap into where Vesta is on your chart, and you'll find out how you can spend your energy in those moments where, you have a backed up energy, backed up sexual energy. You know exactly where to put it at, to where you'll get the same satisfaction. A lot of times we kind of put band-aids, like, oh, I ate some ice cream, I ate some chocolate. Yeah, but in your chart, it's not saying that that's where you relieve that same energy. You're just coping, and it's not going to help. It's going to make the buildup even bigger. Aries is our last planetary body, our celestial body that is in a retrograde. Aries is our feminine Aries energy. It's the energy of discord or lack of harmony, and that is sitting in Aries in the ninth house, bringing new beginnings. So all the chaos and strife and everything that's happening around us in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our government and stuff like that, is to create things anew. It's to create new beginnings. Shit gotta fall apart for it to come together. I don't know if y'all ever deep cleaned a room before, but if you deep clean a room, it involves taking everything out and creating a big fucking mess before you reorganize and put it all back together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 celestial bodies in retrograde right now. This is time to slow down. You are not in a rush with anybody. You are not racing anybody. You are not in a race with anybody. This ain't no relay race. This ain't no marathon. This ain't no competition at all. You're not even in competition with yourself. You need to learn how to complete yourself. Go back to your old selves and hug them and say, y'all was who I needed y'all to be in a moment. And this is who I need to be in this moment. And every now and then I'm going to tap back into y'all when I need y'all. It's no more competition stuff, no more races and stuff like that. Learn how to love and hug all of yourselves, okay? Sure. So that's the motherfucking planetary forecast. So if y'all want to tap in, we finna do our the divination reading. Hold on. Hold up. See, look. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, Sage Bundle. You're burning my shit up. Alright. I got this little candle right here. Just gonna let that burn right there. I'm trying to keep the bugs off me, and it smells really good. The sage is smelling really good. Okay, so what I want to do today for y'all weekly reading is we're gonna do the chakra readings again. I really enjoy doing the chakra readings. Uh, what cards do I want to do? I want to do my Egyptian cards. I went to go pick up those cards, but then I was like, I want to do the Egyptian cards. And I'll also do African divination card too. I'll do a divination card for y'all, and then I'll do a whole reading. I don't know. I just feel like playing with all my cards today. That's the vibe. Play with all of them. Why choose? For what? Do them all. Right. Do them all. So, we're about to get started on this reading. Hold on a second. I'm going to give y'all reading for the week. We can pray first. So, angels, deities, ancestors in this universe, the last and the next. I'll come to you with gratitude. Gratitude for this weekly planetary forecast. Gratitude for the growth of this weekly planetary forecast. Gratitude for this reading that we're about to receive for these different chakra centers. I will be closing the door after I finish all the chakra centers. So if you guys are going to sit with me in the beginning of the prayer, please sit with me at the end so I can close the doors on your end as well. Otherwise, you're just going to be walking around with open shit, and I don't want you guys walking around with open shit. All right? So thank you, ancestors, angels, deities, in this universe, the last and the next, for opening up communication with me as we do just divination readings and these tarot readings. Ashe, Amin, Amen. So we're going to start off with the root chakra, okay? The root chakra is ruled by Saturn. It gives off the energy of groundedness, discipline, and order. Ooh, I dropped two. I dropped the Eight of Pentacles and the World. Jesus. Capricorn is the masculine side of this root chakra. Aquarius is the feminine side of this root chakra. So if you have any planetary placements in Capricorn or Aquarius, they are in your root chakra, okay? So when you want to heal your root chakra, you are speaking to those planets, all right? I had a Eight of Pentacles fall out. You know, 8 is a good number of balance and justice and fairness, also manifestation, bringing things in the physical. And then I also had the World card fall out. 21, that's 3, that's also creation, okay? And then we also know the world is like being tapped into the cosmos and things like that. When I look at these two cards, you know what comes to my mind? Expanded abundance among us, expanded abundance upon us. I think of abundance. I hear my song Abundance coming up, you know, tapping into this energy, tapping into spirit for your abundance, and it's bringing balance. You know, just be patient and be present, okay? That was nice. Thank you. Thank you. So now I'm going to pull the African divination card for your root chakra. All right. We got a nice little fire popping over here. My sage stick is burning. Enjoying life. Enjoying life. It's okay to enjoy life. It's okay to ignore my dirty fingernails too. They will be clean after this reading because I'm going to go take a shower before my interview. But yes, go ahead and enjoy your life. For those of you who be too tapped into that root chakra. Our next chakra is our sacral chakra, okay? Our sacral chakra has the energy of Jupiter. This brings generosity, luck, and wisdom to us. If you're talking about your feminine side, of your sacral chakra, we're talking about Pisces energy, okay? If you're talking about the masculine side of your sacral chakra, we're speaking on Sagittarius energy. And for those of you guys who want to get into more detail with how to heal these placements and what these placements look and feel like when they're balanced and imbalanced, and according to your planetary placements, and I'm not just talking about tropical astrology, I'm also talking about sidereal and Vedic, like your nakshatras and stuff. Not only do I do readings, I also do therapy sessions, and I'm starting a energetic awareness certification program where I'm just gonna give you guys all this information. You guys can just tap in. So now we're just gonna pull a card for our sacral chakra. Five of Pentacles. We still being abundant. However, in this space and place in your time, your abundance in your sacral chakra, you're looking for it. It's a little lost. Five is a number of humanity. Your five senses, five fingers, five toes, five extremities. You know, tap into your human side of you to tap into the sacral chakra. This happens a lot when we get so sucked into, being spiritual in our upper selves that we forget how to give pleasure to our lower selves. It comes from it's okay to, want to rise above in your, chakras, but you can't forget about your lower chakras. Your lower chakras are still a part of you. They still exist. They're not dusty parts of you. They're not this icky, yucky parts of you have to ignore and burn in a bonfire or nothing like that. They are you, and they deserve to be hugged. And the shadow that they create need to be hugged too. Because if you don't hug them and learn to love them, they're going to engulf you and they're going to become a problem. Okay? Um, you know, it's easy to be so stuck up in your crown chakra or going up to the next octave that you want to just do away with the sacral chakra. And it's not what we finna do. I think about the Erykah Badu video. I think that video was very tasteless. I'm not really totally a fan of Erykah Badu anyway. And that's because usually when people say, "Oh, I love your music. You sound like Erykah Badu," I'd be like, I don't even sing songs. Like, what are we talking about right now? So, my distaste for Erykah is a little personal. However, she is mother, and she gives me mother energy terribly. It's like a weird. She must have a lot of Sagittarius in her chart because my Lilith is in Sag, and I think I did this on the episode of Virgo Virgin Talk. But she's not. She's tapped into her lower self and her upper self, and everyone should be allowed to be. You know what I mean? So let's pull an African divination card for your sacral chakra. Organization. So you'll be able to find it once you organize yourself. Find your sacral chakra, organize yourself, all will be better in the world. So let's get into our solar plexus chakra. Your solar plexus chakra is ruled by Mars. This is the energy of power and self-expression. When you get into your feminine side of your solar plexus chakra, we're dealing with Aries energy. But once you get into your masculine side of your solar plexus chakra, now we're dealing with Scorpio energy, okay? So now we're going to pull a tarot for your solar plexus. The sun. That's cool because we're in the solar plexus. Tap into the sun. In this vibe, my man's is, he's praising the rays that he's getting. He's receiving Ra. And go ahead, receive your power. Receive that energy. It may be some Scorpios in your life, some Aries energies in your life. You're going to have to learn how to receive as well. That's funny. I love my Scorpios. Anyway, just tap into that energy. The energy is here for you. Time to tap into that solar plexus, and that's very exciting. So let's pull an African divination card for our solar plexus and find out where are we putting that power at? Where's Ra going? Okay, how are we going to align with Ra? Unfair treatment. Unfair treatment. Maybe someone is so tapped into this power that one may be, doing a little too much here. It's like an imbalanced space. For some of you guys, the solar plexus becomes imbalanced. But I'm going to read out the book for you. You must not push others to do what you cannot do yourself. You may feel that others are pushing you. You could be under fire from others now or in the near future. Proceed carefully. So for those of you guys that are super tapped into your solar plexus, You guys may be pushing some people that are not a little too hard, a little too far. My bad. I have a habit of doing that. My bad. I do have a habit of, I just want to see everybody win. And I'm a very good problem solver. I see a lot of different things from different angles. I see into the future, past and present at the same time. And sometimes I don't fully understand how I could be speaking so logically to someone and they respond with emotion. It's weird. But yeah, I do have a habit of pushing others because I can see people's potential. I see what people are capable of doing. But I'm learning that, I just got to do what I want to do and not tell other people what to do, but to be here to inform them and be their problem solver when they need it. But I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. I'm not here to convince anybody of the right way to go about doing things. However, I am waiting for that I told you so moment because this is coming and it always comes for me. And that's me. I'm sorry, I'm gonna pull back out my solar plexus. My bad, y'all. Y'all right. Now we're gonna get into the heart chakra. She should be in the house. Your heart chakra is ruled by Venus. This is your self-esteem, your love, and your wealth. She might be in the bathroom. When you get into your feminine side of your heart chakra, we're dealing with Taurus energy. When you get to the masculine side of your heart chakra, you're dealing with Libra energy. All right. So now we're gonna pull a tarot card for your heart chakra. Ooh, Four of Pentacles. Stability and unity. Sis is sitting on the shoulders of spirit to get to, the solar plexus, Ra, the pentacles, abundance, all is above. You know what I mean? I love it here. I like to stand on the shoulders of spirit to get to places I need to get to. It's very cool. And also standing on the energy of mother with all that cancer energy we got popping around us. Mother energy is going to get us to the stability. Mother energy is going to get us to the pinnacles. How are you speaking to? How are you utilizing mother? So let's pull an African divination card so we can find out how this energy finna get used. So that matters. Carefulness. Y'all be careful with them heart chakras. Y'all be careful with them hearts tapped into all that Leo energy. um, yeah, y'all be careful with them hearts. Your emotions could be all over the place right now. It's probably somebody lurking on your emotions. Somebody is absorbing your emotions and utilizing them to their benefit. Meanwhile, they're hurting you. Just be mindful of that. Let's get into our throat chakra. Your throat chakra is ruled by Mercury, of course. This is rules over expression and communication, your decision making mind. If you're into the feminine side of your throat chakra, you're tapped into Gemini energy. When you get into the masculine part of your throat chakra, you're tapped into Virgo energy, okay? So now we're going to pull a card for your throat chakra. Excuse me. I forgot I was on camera for a second. La la la. Oh, One of Swords. The throat chakra is bringing life and wisdom and bringing us back into spirit, tapping back in one. I'm telling y'all, spirit is on 1,000 right now. And if y'all not tapped in, if y'all not taking time out to meditate, I know a lot of you guys live very busy lives and we've been caught up in aboriginal black excellence and business and economics and all this stuff like that. But if you're not taking the time to like really sit and meditate, and I ain't talking about no 5-10 minutes, I'm talking about like an hour, 2 hours and stuff like that, you're definitely doing yourself a disservice. Please. That's where it's at. Tap into spirit when you use that throat chakra this week. If that throat chakra ain't in alignment with what spirit wants you to say or what spirit wants you to express or whatever decision spirit wants you to make, don't even do it. It's not worth it. So now we're going to pull an African divination card for your throat chakra. Depressed time. Let me read out the book for that one. I never pulled that card before, but it sounds sad. And that's 28. You may be feeling depressed. Could it be that you have not prepared for the future? Have you or has someone close to you been lazy? Are you prepared for a disappointment? Have you been lazy? Are you prepared for the outcome of said laziness? Are you prepared for how much you've been slowing down? Or some of you guys are a little too tapped into the retrograde. That stick is burning, y'all. And it feels good. I love the heat of fire. Now we're gonna get into the third eye chakra, which is also yeah, third eye chakra, which is polarity, your inner and outer self. And for the feminine side, we're dealing with Cancer energy. For the masculine side, we're dealing with Leo energy. And this is also in alignment with the crown chakra as well. So we're going to do the third eye and the crown chakra simultaneously. All right. Ooh, justice. Ooh, justice. Some of y'all out here balancing the scales with that third eye and y'all crown chakra. Spirit is telling y'all how to balance these scales. Spirit is telling y'all how to, get things done and get things in order. Tapping into that knowledge. All right. Where are we placing this? Where are we placing this knowledge? How are we going? How are we placing this justice and balancing these skills? How are we doing that? How are we doing that? Uncontrolled transformation. Everything is not in your control. Everything is not in your control. This, hey, sometimes you gotta let spirit take the wheel. Especially like I gave you one big example is what's going on with the sun. The fact that our sun is getting stronger. We're moving into a new sun. We got a new sun out here. It's not as deep yellow. It's like a white color. It's getting warmer. It's thinning out the air more. It's doing something to the water. It's doing something to our flora and fauna. Everybody can't survive under this sun. Some of us wasn't built to survive under this sun. Okay, and that's okay. It's number 70. And that's okay. That's something that we have to learn how to accept. You got to learn how to accept things like that. You got to learn how to accept transformation because it's not in your control. The transformation that's occurring around us, this is the shit we prayed for. We was in church praying and singing. We was at the open mic nights praying and singing for a change. We wanted the world to change for our benefit. We wanted our people free. We wanted all these things, and now our people are getting free. They're ascending. Now, our people are getting free with the world, changing how it is socially. And, y'all fighting and crying for it to go back to the same. Like, come on now, pick a team. Just to read it out of the book. You must make changes carefully now. You could cause more problems than you solve if you do not take the time to think and plan. The higher influences may even take matters into their own hands now. See, that's what I told y'all. It's not always up to y'all. It's not always in your power. It's time to just let spirit take the wheel and know when to let spirit take the wheels. Like, I know it's dope to like always be in control and be able to say, oh, I did this, I did that, I created this myself, I did that by myself. Like, that's dope. Like, yeah, that's something, definitely something to be proud of. I wouldn't want to take that away from anybody. But at the same token, you got to know when you're trying to do too much by yourself to prove a point, whereas you could just allow spirit to help you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let spirit help you. That's all. Just let spirit help. That's what spirit is here for. That's our plug-in. That's where we plug into the wall at. Why wouldn't you want the plug to support you? That's the main support. They ain't gonna give you the same energy as these humans around you, as the people who did you wrong and stuff like that. They're not gonna do that to you. That's not what they're here for. All right. So those are our chakra readings for the week. Now I'm going to do a collective reading for the week with my other deck because for some reason my spirit just want to play with all these decks right now. My Leo is rising. Please forgive me. I'm very excited for tomorrow with that Leo Sun, Leo Moon energy out here. And for those of you guys who do not know, my son is a Leo Sun, Leo Moon. So he out here feeling himself too, and I'm very happy for him and excited for him. A lot of these planets are back in alignment for him. A lot of the retrogrades and things like that. And it's just so beautiful to see him blossom underneath it and be aware of it because I didn't have that. You know what I mean? He's aware of it. And it's just like really cool. So Let's pray. Angels, deities, ancestors in this universe, the last and the next. Major gratitude as we close the windows and the doors to the chakra reading that we just had with each other. I thank you for utilizing me as a medium, as a being to be in between communication. I appreciate my place here on this plane. I appreciate my ability to transport my voices in the spaces that it needs to be transported in. Ashe. I come to you humbly and wholeheartedly to pull a collective spread for our nobodies for this week. Amen. Ashe, Amen, Amen. King of Wands. King of Wands. Getting the shit done. We by the fire, cuz fire getting big as hell. But we getting shit done, okay? Wands is the energy of getting it done. It's the fire energy. There's definitely somebody out here, you see his jovial energy. He's very happy to be here. Hands open, hands high. That's very important to see, very important energy to be tapped into. All right. Wheel of Fortune, coming back to the mindset if sometimes you gotta let spirit take the wheel, regurgitate, and what we talked about just before in that other reading. Let spirit take the wheel for you. Know when to let spirit take the wheel, and know when for yourself to be in control. I'm gonna go get some water real quick, real soon. And then the Queen of Wands. All right, y'all. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. The masculine and feminine is moving as one. We're getting it together. Y'all tapped into spirit. Please let spirit take the wheel when need be. You don't gotta do everything. You don't gotta do all the work. As we tap into this new moon energy, I want y'all to rest and reset and be comfortable in your rest and resetting because it's important. If you're not comfortable in your rest and resetting, it's gonna be very difficult for you to carry on next week like shit is copacetic. Let spirit do what it gotta do. Like, you know how you planted the seeds, you cultivated the soil, you poured everything you need to pour. Now you gotta let nature do what it's gonna do underneath the dirt. And you ain't always gonna see it. You're not gonna see it for a while. You're not gonna see the flowers, you're not gonna see the struggle that goes inside the soil, you're not gonna see the worms coming up, you're not gonna see none of that. You're not gonna see it. It's not for you to see yet. It's for you to trust. So peace, y'all. Thank y'all for tapping into the Planetary forecast. I see y'all in 30 minutes as I have an interview. And I'm going to try to put this fire out because it's going getting hot and big.